Alright guys, so welcome back to Code and CocoCraft. So last time we left off, we made some base classes. I did screw up on a few things. These add names and load configuration, I don't know where I put them. They have to be in this load config. They might have been there already, but I feel like I've moved them at some point. But we also have to move that guy up right there and do config.save so that it saves the config to the correct folder. Alright, so that's that. We don't need common proxy open. In our Coco mod, we have to add something here that's Coco mod configuration dot load config. Okay, and now we gotta do new configuration, and then we gotta do event dot get suggested configuration file, and now that should be good right there. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to need to do is in here, there's a mistake that we have to tab that over and do if annotation is present, I think it is. So we got to do field dot is annotation present. Okay, so now we got to do mod dot item dot class, and now it'll be this. Okay, so now that fixes the error here that we would have gotten into later. Okay, so we're going to be making our first item today, and the way we're going to be doing this is we're going to be making a static integer here. So let's do public static int, and then we're going to just name this. Let's look at our sprite sheet here, and our first on the list is the emerald sword, it seems. Okay, so let's go ahead and do public static int emerald sword equals, no, we don't actually have to do equals, and now we're going to just do ID. Alright, so next one we're going to do is public static item emerald sword. Alright, and now above that we're going to do at mod dot item, and then we're going to do name equals emerald sword, and then the item will be, I think it's type class, and we're just going to do item here. I don't know exactly what goes there, but yeah, that's just a guess. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be defining what our emerald sword ID is. So let's just do emerald sword ID equals cfg dot get string category is going to be a string of we'll just put the name emerald sword, and then string key is going to be the type of item it is, so it's just a basic item. Our default value, we're just going to do like 10,234. Okay, so now we're getting an error here because we have to get the integer, and that will define what the emerald sword ID is. Very simple. Okay, so now for emerald sword, we're going to have to define it. So we're going to do new, let's just make this item sword, and now we're going to have to create it. So import item sword, and add the arguments to match it. So, what am I doing here? There we go. For this, we're gonna have to make a new enum tool material. So, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing common proxy dot emerald. So now this is like, what are you doing? There's nothing called there's nothing called emerald in common proxy. So to fix this, we're just gonna come into our common proxy here, and we're going to be making a new enum tool material. So public static enum tool material equals new, no, equals enum, oh wait, no, I need to find it. Emerald equals enum helper dot add tool material, which is down here. Okay, and then we have all these guys. So for these, we're just going to paste in the diamond. That's what diamond is. And then for this, we're just going to do a string of emerald. So let's import a new tool material there. Okay, so now we can retype this, and it will, oh, I just spelled common wrong, that's why. Proxy.emerald. Don't know why it's doing that to me. common proxy dot emerald. There we are. Alright, so it just imported for me. That's good. Okay, so now we have all this in here. We're gonna have to add two things to our emerald sword here. So we're gonna add set creative tab, not new creative tab. So creative tabs dot tab combat. Okay, and I think it might just be tab. No, it is tabs. We have to import it. Okay, and now the next thing that we're gonna have to do is we're gonna say set item name. The item name is going to be emerald sword. There we are. And now everything should work here. But one thing that we are gonna have to do is we're going to have to set pretty much the terrain file, what it is. So we're gonna come to our desktop here, and we're going to create a new folder. We're going to create it in the CocoCraft folder, and we're going to create this a new folder in here called images, and in images we're going to do CocoCraft. Actually, what do we have the name for? We have it named Coco mod. That's one thing I don't like, is because Coco does want the actual mod name to be CocoCraft, and the original one was just Coco mod, but so for now we're just going to do Coco mod, and in a future version we'll just change it up. So in here, let's just do textures, and now let's make a new one called items. Awesome. So now we just move that there, and we're going to have to define its location. So for this, we're going to right click on Minecraft, we're going to do build path, configure build path. Let's go to libraries now and add an external class folder. For this, we're going to open up that, go to images and just select that and do OK. So now we can actually edit this file and have it be transported into here without us having to go ahead and drag and drop it back into the Minecraft zip jar or whatever we used to do. This is kind of bugging me right there. So I could just be like, darken this up a bit and then save it, and now it's just updated to its correct spot. At least right now it doesn't, because it's not open from here. So now we have to open from there. Okay. So, Skype, no, not Skype, what am I talking about? Eclipse is like spazzing out now. We're gonna have to come back in here, images, CocoCraft, textures, or else the change wouldn't have been applied. Okay, there we are. So let's close out of here. Alright. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be defining the texture here. We can probably do this in many different ways. I think what we are going to be doing, though, is we're just going to be doing something with a client proxy that allows us to add them without having to set it for each one. So we'll just, actually we can just do it. Yeah, we'll just do it in here. So public static void add textures, or I'm gonna do map textures. No, add textures is the correct thing for that. So we're going to add another try and catch statement. Okay. Oh. And then, no, wrong side. E.print stack trace. Okay. So we're going to do another for field here. So for field Coco mod items dot class dot get fields. If field dot is annotation present, and then mod dot item dot class, and then we're gonna do I keep doing the reversed one. Item equals item field dot get null. Come on, there we are. And now we're gonna do language. No, we're not. I was just looking at the little note I'm doing. We're gonna do item dot set texture file, and we're going to do this to p Coco mod textures items. I think it's just items. Oh, it's probably items. And then what do we have it called here? CocoCraft texture. Craft texture down to PNG. Alrighty. And down here we need a semicolon. So let's just make sure that is the correct path. So it'd be Coco mod, textures, items, and yeah, so that it is correct. So just checking up down here. So that should work correctly. We're going to add it through the common proxy this time though. So let's go in our Coco mod client proxy. We're gonna do first we're gonna do public void preload textures, and then we're going to be doing Minecraft. I think it's like Minecraft. No, it might be game registry now. Dot register textures. No. Let's look for rendering registry. I think that's it. Is that what it's called? Probably failed the name. Let's just do game registry, and then we're gonna look for what that has. Let's just add, register. Let's just do register item just because we have an item. So Coco items emerald sword. Pretty sure we don't actually need that though. So let's just go ahead and find our game registry. This is in fml.common.registry. So we're going to be doing cpw.mods fml common registry. Okay, let's take that out. And we have entity registry, game data, language registry, tag registry. Curious as to where this would be. So let's go ahead and just do a search for preload textures. And we're gonna be put a star before that. Preload texture. Almost done. Found it pretty much. Okay, so client proxy, and you're a troll. We want this one. Minecraft Forge client. So Minecraft Forge client dot preload texture, and then we're gonna be doing the Coco mod slash textures slash items slash Coco mod texture dot png. Alright, very simple, very simple. So we do have them in both, so we can do at override. I don't know why I put that there. No semicolons needed. And in our, let's click out of here. In our Coco mod, we're going to be doing, in our load, we're going to be doing client, no, common proxy. Actually, hold on, is this? to change this to a static. No, you are correct now. Shush. Hold on, why is it saying that it's still not a static? So, blah, 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 blah. You're both preloading textures. Hate when this is done like this. Add override. No, you are overriding something. Own proxy. Ah, God. Then don't tell me that you're not overriding anything. Alright, fine, whatever. You can just stay not overriding. It's not a big deal, I guess. If you want to be a jerk, you can be a jerk. Okay, so let's just do common proxy. Preload textures. Alright, hold on, I'm dumb. Proxy, preload textures, and now we can actually go back and take that out. There we go, that's why it wasn't a static. Makes sense. Okay, never mind, I fixed that. Okay, so now that we got that, it should be loading everything. Blah 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 blah. So, just making sure that we have everything before we actually start. Alright, let's go ahead and try it out. So let's just do run client. Now it's spazzing out on me. Great. Okay, so create new world. Building terrain, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's check combat. We got our emerald sword here. It seems as if it did not add the things, and that is correct. It shouldn't have, because we need to go into our proxy. Or just in here, I guess, and just do. No, let's do it from client proxy, I guess. We'll just do Coco mod items dot add textures. Okay, now let's try it again. I knew I was going to forget something. Alright, let's try it again. Combat, emerald sword. Now we have our emerald sword here. It's in the correct texture, which is awesome. It has the correct name. Let's make sure we can enchant this guy. Let's just do knockback 2. Grab ourselves an anvil. That was very loud. And it does enchant correctly, so we can enchant our items, which is awesome. Let's spawn a creeper here, and we can kill him with the correct things. We'll go into game mode 0 to make sure that does damage to the sword, and everything works correctly. It's awesome. It does look really awesome when it's enchanted too. I'll put that out there. We can probably make a better way of creating these items. Like, I don't know how I'm going to say this. I don't know, like, crafting wise. We can make an automated crafting, which would be pretty easily. But I'm just thinking, what the best way to be doing this? We could just create a a new folder for these guys. Like, it is a blah blah blah. I don't know. Or we could just add the add the things manually. Like, is there any way to do? If I go into item sort here, is there any way to get the enum? No, there isn't. So, weird. Okay, so we're just gonna be creating the crafting recipes ourselves. So let's just create a crafting manager. It's not gonna be any big thing, but crafting manager. Alright, so public void add recipes, or craft things. Not recipes is better. Okay, so let's just do game registry, add recipe. Okay, and our output is going to be Coco mod items dot. Ooh, I just got an idea what we can do. We can do public void add sword recipe. This will make it a lot easier. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing item, and then we're going to be doing another item. So let's just do, this is the output. This is going to be the tool or the material, and that's it pretty much. So we can move this guy. Oh, fail. Let's go ahead and come down here and do output, and we're going to be doing this. So oh really? So object, and then that's gonna be the object. Don't know why it's giving me an error. I forget how they have it done. Let me go ahead and check actually, so I don't mess anything up here. Just makes things easier. So it should be in the items, crafting manager, crafting manager, and new object, blah 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 blah. Oh, it's just a new object. I was like, why is that being dumb? I don't know why I didn't think of putting new object. Not a new object, it's a new object. There we are. So item stack, new item stack, that, import item stack. Okay, and take that out. So it's going to be space. Let's do number sign. Same here. This will be the same one. So space, number sign, and then space, $sign. And then I think I'm going to be doing that is going to be item dot stick, and is material. So that should be it. Okay, so let's try doing add sword recipe, Coco mod items dot emerald sword, and then the material is going to be item dot emerald. Okay, so that should be crafting our emerald sword here. Let's go ahead and do play again. load up our new world here. And we can go back into game mode 1. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our crafting table. Grab some emeralds. And grab some sticks. Slime, you're way too loud. So, we can put our... Nope, it's not going to work actually right now. We have to come to our common proxy. No, not our common proxy. Our Coco mod and do crafting manager dot add recipes. And we have to make these static. Alright, that's fine. And now we should be able to play. Okay, so let's try it. So, doot. And this did not work. Yay! Alright. Let's see if that still crafts like that. I wonder why it was doing this. So we got our sword recipe there. Let's do the same for pickaxe and all of that. So we'll take that out. Plop, 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 plop. Add hoe, pickaxe, and then axe. So this should be like blap percent. That should be a an axe. Okay, and this would be a pickaxe. This is going to be a hoe. And we need a shovel. Alright, so there's all the recipes there. They should all work perfectly. What else should we be doing? So we're probably just going to go ahead and add all the tools here. And let's just go ahead and start. Okay, so this is going to be very simple actually. A lot of people are going to be like, oh my god, why are you adding all the tools? Let's just start out with doing all the emerald stuff. So it's going to be shovel. You can probably hear my chair squeaking a lot. Shovel, pickaxe. I imagine it's gonna be an axe now. Yeah, axe, and now our hoe. There we are. Okay, and we're gonna need a thing for all these. So shovel, pickaxe, axe, and then hoe. And that was very simple. So we can blah blah blah. By the way, the function for that is Control Alt down. And then the function for that's just Control backspace. Shovel, pickaxe, axe, and then hoe. So emerald shovel, pickaxe, axe, hoe, and now we're gonna have to do more item IDs. So 5, 6. So let's just actually just start at 0 here. So 1, 2, 3, and then so 4. So let's go ahead and do shovel equals pickaxe equals axe equals hoe equals, and then we're gonna need put hoe here, and we're gonna import all these guys. Axe, pickaxe, and then shovel. Actually, this is spade. Okay, so that's all of them. Now we're gonna have to change their IDs, and what I'll just do. Game down here. Pickaxe, axe, and then hoe. And now we're gonna have to do all their names. So pickaxe, axe, and hoe again. How many times have I said all these words? But for something different now, we're gonna do set icon chord. So let's just do 0, 1, and you'll see what this is doing in a second. Oops. So 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead and add all these recipes here. Pickaxe. Nope, that's not a pickaxe yet. Shovel. Pickaxe. Axe. Hoe. Oh god. Now we have to do that again. Let's just do it reverse this time. Axe. Pickaxe. And shovel. So that should be all of them. Let's go ahead and start. And we should be able to craft a whole set of emerald tools. Item sword. Which one is it? Let's see what the mismatch is. Mismatch items. I'm not sword. Claimed mod at null. Oh, okay. So what's going on here, guys, is go to CocoCraft, MCP, jars, configuration, and then we gotta delete Coco mod. We're actually gonna go to. I really want to rename all these things, but I'll do that off camera next episode. Well, this episode. So by next episode, all of these will be renamed from Coco mod to CocoCraft. Shouldn't be doing that anymore. Oh crap, I shouldn't have done that either. Try it again. So 490. So it's mixing up the sword and the hoe. So 10, 20. I think it's because of the world. So let's go ahead and create a new world and we should be fine. Yeah, alright. It was because of the world. So let's get our sticks, emeralds, and our crafting table. And we can still make the sword, we should be able to. Yep. Try out a pickaxe, a shovel, a hoe, and an axe. Next episode we will be adding armor. I have armor right here. And yeah, I'll see you then. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like on this video. And yeah guys, thanks for watching and talk to you next time. See ya.